Have you ever found yourself doing something you know isn't helping you reach your goals? Maybe it is mindlessly scrolling on your phone for hours, even though you intended to just check one notification. Or perhaps it is grabbing that extra sugary snack you promised yourself you would skip, feeling powerless to resist. It often feels like you are on autopilot, caught in a loop of unwanted behaviors, right? The simplest yet most powerful way to break those stubborn bad habits and regain control is by intentionally creating friction. This means making them harder to start and less appealing to continue. It is all about strategically adding small, deliberate obstacles between you and the undesirable action, interrupting that automatic sequence. Our amazing brains are fundamentally wired for efficiency and conserve energy whenever possible. When a behavior demands more effort, more steps, or more thought, our natural inclination is to avoid it in favor of an easier path. By significantly increasing the activation energy required for a bad habit, you automatically reduce its likelihood of ever getting off the ground. You are essentially making the unwanted behavior too much trouble to pursue. Let us dive into some incredibly practical and simple ways you can start creating friction today. For example, if you find yourself excessively using your phone, do not just leave it next to you. Instead, try physically putting it in another room or even in a drawer, especially when you are trying to focus on work, read a book, or simply relax with loved ones. You could also delete social media applications from your home screen entirely, forcing you to go through the extra steps of searching for them or reinstalling them every single time you want to scroll. If you tend to overspend online, consciously remove all your saved credit card information from websites and shopping applications, making every checkout a multi-step process that requires retrieving your card. For those late-night snacking urges, physically move tempting foods like chips or cookies to a much higher shelf or into a less accessible cupboard, or even better, simply do not bring them into the house when you are grocery shopping. Another wonderfully effective tip for almost any habit you want to curb is to proactively set a specific timer. If you want to limit screen time, set a 20-minute timer. When it goes off, put the device away immediately without a second thought. The absolute key here is to make the undesirable action just inconvenient enough that your brilliant brain naturally chooses an easier, more positive alternative, leading you toward your goals. This powerful concept is deeply rooted in robust behavioral science, often referred to as designing your environment or making desired behaviors the path of least resistance. It is about understanding that your physical and digital surroundings exert a profound influence on your daily choices, far more than you might realize. By proactively shaping your environment, you are not solely relying on pure willpower, which, as we know, can be a limited and often unreliable resource, especially when you are tired or stressed. Instead, you are systematically setting yourself up for guaranteed success by making the right choices the default and the bad choices the exception. This is a game changer for sustainable habit change. By thoughtfully and strategically introducing these small yet significant barriers into your daily routines, you gain back incredible control over those automatic, often unconscious, behaviors. This empowers you to consistently make conscious choices that are truly aligned with your deepest values and your long-term well-being. It is a wonderfully elegant and effective way to gently steer yourself toward a more intentional, productive, and ultimately fulfilling life, all without ever feeling like you are constantly fighting an uphill battle against your own urges. You are redesigning your default settings for success.